Ladies and gentlemen, I am now back from the wonderful country of Canada, and this is my trip experience. So this trip experience video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, get them through SeatGeek. Use my last name, code Hodge at checkout. You'll get $20 off your ticket. This is for first time orders only. So if you used it before, make a new account, the new email, use code Hodge and get $20 off any ticket for any event in the entire world. Brandon Hodge here, your king of vlog style. And like I said, now I am back from Canada, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot believe it. For the first time ever, the first time in the history, the long history, and today's actually the channel's birthday. The channel was founded in 2012 on this exact day. Basically, for the entire existence of this channel, I have never been outside of the country personally or on camera. I have never done an international trip. Every show I ever went to was in the United States, and finally we've crossed the border, an easy border to cross to actually go to a show. I went to a show in Canada. I went to Money in the Bank in Toronto, Canada. And inside this video, we're going to be talking about my trip experience, my entire trip, and all of that stuff. There's been 2 vlogs uploaded on the channel so far. If you guys have not checked them out, hopefully I'll put YouTube cards up there. We'll put up one for the Money in the Bank 2024 vlog in Toronto, as well as one for Niagara Falls. I went to Niagara Falls and I checked out, obviously, I'm wearing Niagara Falls shirt. So enough promoting. Guys, this is my trip experience. The first thing I want to do is I want to bring in my girlfriend, I want to bring in Serenity, and we're going to be showing you guys the stuff that we decided to buy as souvenirs in Canada, as well as we're going to try some Canadian chocolate. This is like what we got in Canada. So yeah, non-wrestling stuff. I'll show you guys the wrestling stuff in a moment, but I brought little Serenity here to help me show the non-wrestling stuff we got, that we chose. We both chose. Let's start with this. It is a Canadian flag. How much did this cost US? Like $1 US?
Yes.
We got this. We were saying prices for everything. Our shirts, yeah, we got these, of course. These also came from Canada. The Niagara Falls vlog probably just went up at the time you're watching this, so make sure to watch the Niagara Falls vlog. We went to Niagara Falls. Mind-blowing. I used to love watching videos of people go over the falls in a barrel. For some reason, that was my thing. I absolutely loved, so it was like a dream come true going there. We got our Niagara Falls jerseys going on, matching jersey, little action. I survived Niagara Falls. Someone going over the barrel. How cool is that, man? How did you get that? Because I used to always love watching videos of people going over the falls. But yeah, it was such a dream come true. But we got these jerseys. They were really cheap as well, I think.
Mine's a kid size.
Hers was like 20 some dollars. Mine was like 30 bucks. So these jerseys in the States would be like over $100. It's so much crazy. And this magnet, we got this magnet, which was 7 Canadian, which is like 4 for 5 US. And then we got more magnets. We got this Niagara Falls magnet. How cool is that? I got a Canada, just a Canada magnet. How cool is that one? It was really cheap. It was like $2 US. And then I got this Algonquin Park sticker because we went to Canada, Niagara Falls, Algonquin. Probably should have got a Toronto one, but I already spent so much money in Toronto on wrestling stuff. I figured I probably don't need that too. So we got some candy. Let's show them the candies we got, little one. So yeah, we got some candies here, some Canadian candies.
We already ate some of them too.
Okay, we have to be honest here. So we already tried the Mars bar. So we do not have this stuff in the United States. I know a lot of other countries have some of these candies.
The Mars bar tastes like a Milky Way.
It was like a Milky Way, I guess, kind of a little bit better maybe. Now the good thing I want to say about Canada, and while she's here, we can talk about this, is Canada food is so much better than the United States. They don't use like the crap we use in our foods, so they just taste so much better. It tastes like how food used to taste when I was a kid. Canada food is amazing. There's like no vegetable oils, no corn syrup, no crap in our foods. But ultimately, yeah, we got Mars bars. There's a bunch of candies here. We got, how do you say this? Cadbury, dairy milk chocolate little things. We got some of those. We got
that one's mine.
She chose these. These are Kit Kat hazelnut.
They have so many different Kit Kats there.
They have a lot of different versions. A lot of different versions of the candies we have here in the States. And look at this one. This is a Kit Kat with Rolo, like a collab inside. We're gonna try something right here on camera for you guys. We're trying to do a Cadbury. It's a little melted from the aeroplane and the rental car with no AC. So I think they break. Okay, so a little piece of Canadian chocolate. Let's give it a try. Wow.
It tastes good.
It doesn't have the crap we put in our chocolates here in the United States, so it doesn't taste like crap. It actually tastes good. You look like you're squeezing it trying to show the camera. Every time I get a little one on camera, I have to make fun of how short she is for some reason. But it's just like I put my camera up so high, like.
It's like 3 feet taller than me.
Yeah, it's really hard for her. But I have to admit, all of our candies did not come from like a local like Canadian like candy shop or anything. All of our candies actually came from Canada's Dollar Tree.
Canadian dollar.
Canadian Dollar Tree. And yeah, it's a Canadian dollar. So like these were like $1 Canadian each. So these were only like 70 some cents each. Oh, we got a little moose. The moose. Why does he have a hood on? It's like a hood.
Because it's cold there.
It was cold in Canada. So there's a moose from Algonquin Park. They actually have real moose in Algonquin Park. And we went up there to try to find one. What's his name?
Moosey.
His name is Moosey, guys. You heard it right here. Moosey, the little moose. All right. That chocolate's really chocolatey.
That was funny.
I'm bigger than a glass of water in my Disney cup. Here we go. So I have a Niagara Falls. We got a Niagara Falls frame. I'm gonna frame up a nice picture of Niagara Falls. Of Niagara Falls there. And I got a keychain, Canada keychain, Dollar Tree, of course. I got some Canadian buttons, little buttons to pin on your shirt. Also Dollar Tree items. These, however, were not Dollar Tree items. These were more pricey.
We got these at the Niagara Falls gift shop.
So this is a Niagara Falls little statue. It has it's the falls itself as a statue. How cool is that? The little one got a little version of this, a little tiny version of this. Oh, come on, it looks big next to the camera. It's much smaller than this one. It's actually a Christmas ornament. We're now back from Money in the Bank. We got our chairs. Take home the chairs bigger than you. Hold it up. Can you hold it up there? Hold it up there where the people can see. It's like bigger than her. But basically, we got our chairs. Finally, I sat floor again for a wrestling pay-per-view. I got chairs to take home. This is her first time floor for a wrestling pay-per-view. Her second time floor for a wrestling show because I took her to Raw. So what were your thoughts on the Money in the Bank show? I know it's crazy. You got these giant ladders. You got people trying to kill each other to get that briefcase. People hanging from the ladders, hanging from the briefcase. It's very intense. So what did you think? Was it a mind-blowing experience you could not believe?
It was probably my favorite one so far.
It was her favorite, guys. Did you hear that? Her favorite wrestling show I've took her to so far.
John Cena came back.
She was popping for John Cena, guys.
Yeah.
The little one's got to give a little review of the show before I get into my whole trip experience here.
John Cena came back. CM Punk was there.
Yeah, it was mind blowing. I mean, she used to watch wrestling like she wasn't watching wrestling like recently.
That was big.
But she was watching wrestling when she was a littler one, and she remembers John Cena and Randy Orton and CM Punk. So it was so cool for her to see John Cena and CM Punk, and everybody there. Orton was there too. Cody was there. Everybody that she remembers she grew up on. So it was really cool. And she really likes the gimmicks. I mean, that's what drags in people who aren't super into wrestling. If WWE is listening to this for some reason, what drags them in is the gimmicks. If you like them or hate them, like Hell in a Cell or Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble, something like outside the box. It's not like one-on-one match. It's what drags out like the casual viewer.
Okay, bye guys.
Okay, thanks for joining us, little one. All right, guys. So basically, the main thing I got as a souvenir for wrestling is WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view chair. Can you believe it? It's got Jey Uso up here. Jey Uso doing his thing on there as the Heat in the Bank. Though he didn't win the match, I feel like, why would you put him on the chair if he's not going to win the match? But I guess that makes wrestling unpredictable and fun. But basically, I got a chair finally, guys. I've not sat floor for a wrestling pay-per-view in like 5 years. That sounds so awful to say, and my former teenage self is like literally punching me in the head right now from the inside. But basically, the reason for that is because tickets have gotten so expensive recently. Like I used to always, and you guys know if you guys watch the videos for a very long time, in my teenage years all the way up to like 2019, I always sat floor, always. Because you get a floor seat with a chair to take home for like $300. It was a good deal. Then they raised it to $500, and I still paid it because I'm like, I guess that's a raise, but it's not that much of a raise. And then they started going crazy with it, guys. They raised the tickets to like over $1,000, and then recently for Money in the Bank, the floor was $2,000. But I looked up and got like a last minute deal on tickets and actually got it for the old price, which made me really happy. So if you guys don't know, Money in the Bank 2024, I was camera side, row 4. I was actually on TV. Let's flash a photo of me on the TV. So that's me on TV. I actually made it, but I got these seats for $300. It was such a good deal. The take-home chair to take home over the border. So yeah, and if you guys are wondering how I got the chair home, actually I had to check it with the airline. They did it. They did give a few little scratches with it, but it was only like $35 to bring it over the border. And if I would have shipped it internationally, it definitely would have been over $100. So I would take the few little marks that's on the chair because I got a freaking chair, guys, and it was only $300 for my ticket. So actually, what I want to do, I want to switch into my shirt. I only got one shirt at the show. They didn't have the jersey, at least not in stock when I was looking. So let's switch into the Money in the Bank shirt, and we will go from there. So let's switch from Niagara Falls, Canada shirt into the Money in the Bank shirt in 3, 2, 1. All right, there we have it. We got Money in the Bank Toronto, Canada shirt. It's a ringer tee. I love ringer tees. They look so wonderful. I had to grab this one, and plus they were wanting everyone to wear white to the show for some reason this year. Did not happen. Like not even half were white, so they kind of just called out the whole, they wanted Money in the Bank to be a white out thing. I personally was not going to wear a white shirt, but I saw a white shirt I liked, so I'm like, oh, I guess I'll follow their request. I got Money in the Bank. The only other item I got at the Money in the Bank store was this. Look how awesome this is. This is a Money in the Bank Toronto photo frame. I put my photo in there at the show. It's got these little dangly things, which are the Money in the Bank briefcase. You got the women's and the men's briefcase there. As far as clothing items outside of wrestling, I get the the Niagara Falls jersey, which is awesome. Also got another jersey because Canada, their things are so much cheaper than the United States. I was able to get a lot this trip. I got a Canadian hockey jersey. Like, how awesome is that? And also my favorite restaurant on the whole trip, it was the Flying Saucer restaurant in Niagara Falls. I had to get the shirt for their Flying Saucer Niagara Falls shirt. So that basically, we had a bunch of merch. We had a great time. But let's go through the trip. Let's give a little rundown of the trip now. I went to Toronto, my first time ever in Toronto. What did I think of Toronto? I don't know if I knew what I was getting myself into. Just landing in Toronto and just having a rental car and just like trying to drive right into Toronto and like parking and all that. Because Toronto's a huge city. I mean, a huge city. It's like New York or something like that. It's like, oh, this is like frustrating. It's frustrating to drive in. Everything moves very, very, very slow. Whatever time you're quoted is much slower than usual. So that's kind of like the downside of the traffic in a city with millions of people. Shocker, it takes a while to go places, you pay to park and all that stuff. But that's the downside. But as far as the nice side, I thought Toronto was wonderful. It was a very clean looking city, had a lot to do, everything in walking distance. You had the Money in the Bank store I went to where I got all my stuff, which was really nice, which was at a Canadian Railway Museum. Like, what the heck, that's so cool. And then you had your tower there and then all kinds of stuff. And then we walked and tried, what was it, A&W Burger, not AEW, but A&W, like the root beer company. They have like these shops in Canada. I mean, they have them in the United States, but apparently the A&W restaurants in the United States are absolutely awful. But the ones in Canada are so good. They have grass-fed beef, and it tastes so good, so fresh. And I said that's also one of my favorite places I ate at. Walked around, saw the city, we went to the show. Absolutely wonderful show. I loved it. Freaking John Cena was there, CM Punk was there. How wonderful is that? Had him a chair. I was sitting ringside. I was just so happy because I hadn't been in Florida in so long. It was just like a wonderful experience. Serenity, my girlfriend Joy, she said it was like her favorite show, as you just said. So it was absolutely wonderful. Could not ask anything better than that, of course. That was day one. I had many more days. I stayed 5 nights in Canada. So what else did I do? Well, I decided to go down to Niagara Falls because it's only like an hour drive. I got to see Niagara Falls. I've never seen this waterfall. I used to always watch the videos of the people going over the falls in barrels when I was a teenager. And I'm like, oh, that's so fascinating. I would always love to go there. So I actually got to go there. Down there in the boat where the boat like goes under the falls and you get soaking wet. We did that. That was so much fun. There's a vlog on the channel. I uploaded just yesterday, so make sure to check that out. After that, we decided, hey, we need to see actual Canada. We need to get outside of, these cities like Niagara Falls, which is just like a tourist attraction. It's on the state, the border of the USA and Canada, so that's not really real Canada. Toronto's a city, so that doesn't really apply. It's like saying, it's like going, like people from other countries going to New York City and saying, oh, now I've been to the United States, now I know what it's like. No, New York City is nothing like the rest of the US. And I kind of figured it was the same for Canada. So I said, we need to get up in the forest. We need to get up and see some nature. So let's go up to Algonquin Park, which is like one of their major parks, which is kind of like, I guess, their version of a national park, because I don't think they have like the mini national parks as the US does. But basically, Algonquin Park was really cool. It was up in moose country where you could potentially see a moose. Unfortunately, we did not see a moose, but we saw some other wildlife. We saw like some birds, some owl. We saw a freaking owl, which is kind of rare to see. We saw some chipmunks. We saw like a clawed up tree that obviously a black bear was sleeping in, which was scary and fun. We went hiking up there. We had such a good time. And like I said, I'm having a movie come out, guys, where it's going to show all this in one video because I'm not doing a vlog for Algonquin, but Algonquin will be in the movie. So if you guys are excited for the movie, it's going to be coming out here in a few days. But essentially, yeah, that was my trip. It was an amazing trip. It was like 5 days of action-packedness, literally waking up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, not going to bed till like 1 a.m. It was just like so much going on, freaking exhausted, and I'm so glad to be back home resting now, but it was an adventure of a lifetime. Canada is amazing, and I've got to say the food there is incredible because the United States has gotten kind of a bad habit of putting a bunch of crap in our food that does not taste that good, and it's also not that good for us, like vegetable oils and like the corn syrup and stuff like that as sweeteners and stuff like that. It's really bad for us and it tastes bad too, but the food in Canada, they don't use that stuff that much and it tastes so much better. Their breads are so much better. Like if you drink soda, it's like sugar in it instead of corn syrup, so it tastes better. It tastes like how it used to taste when I was like a kid or something like that. The breads are so good, the beef is so good, everything is just so good in Canada. I can't get enough of it. I can't get enough of everything. And not to mention the maple syrup. Guys, I got to try real maple syrup up in Algonquin Park that was like harvested from a local farm of that local maple syrup. And guys, it was so freaking good. it was just like such a wonderful trip. And yeah, it was like one of the best trips I've ever done, and I could not be happier. I know this is like different than my normal trip experience videos, because this one was literally exploring a whole new country and how exploring differences from the United States to Canada, and I absolutely loved it. I really loved it. It was really freaking awesome, and I could not ask for anything better. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the 2 vlogs I did. I'll have a movie be coming out here soon. But yeah, guys, it was wonderful. And also, guys, I'm gonna announce right here, I am also going to SummerSlam. Yes, you heard me right. I know I said I was just going to Money in the Bank or SummerSlam, one or the other. Well, it looks like things have changed. Guys, I will be at SummerSlam as well. I'm going to SummerSlam in Cleveland, Ohio with your one and only king of vlog stuff, Brandon Hodge. I'll be there, so hopefully you guys are excited for that. We'll be doing another round of things. We'll be doing the trip plans, the vlog, the trip experience, the reactions, the experience to go on the show through this very camera. It's gonna be absolutely wonderful. But nonetheless, guys, I'm exhausted from this trip, so I'm gonna go rest. But thank you so much for watching the vlogs, the trip experience, and the movie that will be coming out very soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm your one and only undisputed king of vlog style, Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.